also, as they say, common sense, common thing. So everybody doesn't have common sense. So we've got to become fishers of men, right? And the thing is, when you're dealing with people, people are easily spooked. They're easily frightened. So we have to watch the kind of words we use when we talk to people. You can't use a whole lot of scary multi-level marketing talk with people. They've heard that stuff and it scares them. You got to use curiosity. You got to pique interest. We say, right? You got to get curiosity in place. And that's what professionals in our business do, by the way. Professionals pique interest. Professionals use curiosity. Listen, by human nature, people jump to conclusions. That's what they do. They jump to conclusions. And because of that, we all do it, by the way. I do it. If you say certain things to people, they automatically jump to the conclusion that they know what you're talking about. And therefore, why should they meet with you? Why should they go and watch that video? Why should they listen to that conference call? They already know what this is about. So you got to use, okay? You got to use your wits to get people to come and listen. And so you don't tell people a whole lot, whether you're inviting them to come out to a presentation, whether you're inviting them to a one-on-one, to a conference call, to a webinar. You pique their interest and get them wanting to do it. Now here, I'm going to give you a simple invite that I've used for 25 years. I've used it for people I know. I've used it for referrals. I've used it for the cold market, and it works every time. Now I just adapted a little bit. And listen, and there's many ways to invite and approach. I don't have the only way. I'm going to give you a way that has worked, though, for me, powerfully. Here's what I'd say to people. And once again, whether I'm calling somebody on the phone to invite them, or whether I'm talking to somebody that I just met face-to-face, or whatever the situation is, here's what I say. I'm working, here's how it would go. I would go like this. Hi, JoJo, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's say we're talking on the phone to JoJo. And I happen to know JoJo in this instance. Hey, JoJo, listen. I wanted to get a hold of you because I come across something I'm really excited about. I'm working with a group of professionals, and that's the key piece right there. I'm working with a group of professionals, and we're introducing a new business concept into the area. Now, everybody likes something new, right? And it's a new business concept. That's what I mean. I'm working with a group of professionals. We're introducing a new business concept to the area, and I'm putting a team together. We're putting a team together. We're looking for some quality, forward-thinking people who really would like to make an above-average income, or whatever the case may be. Want to make more money, want to make part-time. You decide that by who your audience is, what you're saying to them. I'm working with a group of professionals. Okay, that's the first part. I'm working with a group of professionals. We're introducing a new business concept to the area. We're putting a team together. We're looking for quality people. I thought of you, JoJo. What are you doing tomorrow night at 7 o'clock? And then we go from there. Okay? As a matter of fact, if I know JoJo, I'm going to go pick him up and bring him to the Tuesday night meeting. I'm not just going to meet him there. I'm going to go pick him up. I'm going to use some old Amway techniques, or I'm going to go get him. So, but listen, however you want to do, but we get this invite going, right? And you can use it for anything. You can use it if I got Ethan Clemens, Judy on the phone for Ethan. I'd introduce myself. Hi, Judy. You don't know me yet, but I got your name from Ethan Clemens. He says you're the person I'm probably looking for. I'm working with a group of professionals. We're introducing a new business concept into the area. We're putting a team together. There's a lot of money to be made here, and Ethan says you're a go-getter. You're a very motivated person. This might be something that'll work for you. Now, that's certainly going to pique interest. Now, sometimes they're going to ask you questions. Now, you refrain from answering questions because you got to understand something. When people ask questions, they're vying for control. And my mentor taught me this. Whenever someone asks you a question, you have to put this at the end of it. What's this about? So I don't have to meet with you. That's what you after every question you hear, so I don't have to meet with you. That's what they're really saying. When they're asking your questions, so I don't have to meet with you. That's what you hear them saying. Well, hey, I want them to meet with me. Whether it's a webinar, whether it's face-to-face, I know there's a power. If I get in front of them, I'm going to sell a dream to them that they're going to find irresistible. I already know I'm going to do that. So in the approach, if they ask any question, you refrain from answering questions as much as possible. If you start answering one question, they're going to keep asking more. And then eventually there's no need for them. They're going to form an opinion for sure. If they form an opinion on that phone call, you said too much. They know too much. Or you got to say nothing. Now, if they start asking questions like, what is this? I'll say, listen, it's visual. You have to see it. I would be doing you a great disservice if I tried to explain it over the phone. It wasn't explained to me over the phone. You got to see it, and you have to stand by that. Now, sometimes if somebody pushes a lot and they're giving me this deal, they're not going to meet with me. I'll say, are you familiar with the $8 trillion exploding travel industry? I say it like that. Are you familiar with the $8 trillion exploding travel industry? And chances are they really aren't. They know they like travel, they want travel, they don't really know about that. So when they do that, and they'll typically say, well, a little or what? I'll say, listen, this is where we got to meet. So I just set the appointment up. And you're going to get some no-shows. Whoever gets the most no-shows wins too, by the way. Then we bring them to the presentation. And the presentation can be done any way you choose. But look, I like the PowerPoint we have. I like doing it one-on-one. We're working right now. It should be available here in the next 7 to 10 days. We're going to have a voiced-over PowerPoint. It's going to be our PowerPoint. That powerful PowerPoint that's done every Tuesday and Saturday across the nation, right? It's going to have a voiceover, professional voiceover, that you can have somebody press play. You can send it to them. You can sit down in front of them and do it. You can do it in the living room. We're also updating, and this should be done in another 7 to 10 days as well. I got the voiceover today for that. For the video, we have a video that's on the front of it's on the opportunity section of the website. When someone goes to your business website, it's 15 minutes. It starts out with travel and it goes over the comp plans. Great little video, 15 minutes. We're getting it updated. It's going to have the 4x7 matrix and the 99.95 in it and all that good stuff. That'll be out in the next 7 to 10 days too. So we have tools where you can give presentations by yourself. And by the way, if you're a leader, you need to learn how to do a presentation. That's my opinion. It's okay to press play, but leaders do more than press play. Leaders lead. And so, by the way, you can get that PowerPoint if you don't want to do it on an iPad or a phone or a computer. You can go ahead and print it out at home. Go ahead and print it out at Office Depot, whatever, and just make a little booklet out of it and flip the book. Flipping the book is fun. So, but the point is, the third action is we get presentations going. I got to tell you, the more presentations you have going personally on your team, the more you win. It's all about numbers. It's all about exposures. And there's something we can add to exposures too, by the way. It's called speed. You put speed to exposures, this is where you get momentum going in your business. We're going too slow. Listen, our speed is picked up since convention, but we're still too slow, in my opinion. We've got to get faster, more exposures. That's how you win. So that's the presentation. Number 4 is the follow-up, leading to sign-up. That's the fourth action of recruiting and building. And the follow-up begins the minute the presentation's done. Not everybody signs in the first time they see the deal. You know that, right? You've got to work on people. You've got to keep directing people. By the way, when I was active building teams, most of what I did was one-on-ones. I did one-on-ones and drove them to bigger meetings. I just kept directing people, one-on-ones, get into a bigger meeting. Now, one-on-ones are powerful. That's where you bond with people. That's where you sell the dream at the most powerful. This is where you find out what people want, how you can show them, how you can help them get what they want. That's part of a presentation, by the way. Sometime I'll teach on how to do a one-on-one, an effective one-on-one, a winning presentation one-on-one. We need to teach people this. You become great at one-on-ones. We can dominate this market if we became great at one-on-ones, by the way. But the point I'm making now is that after I see the presentation, you follow up. You start the follow-up process. And you've heard it said, right? The fortune is in the follow-up. I know people who get people to conference calls and webinars, and then call them again. You've got to follow up. And sometimes people are just waiting to see if you will follow up. People need a little nudge. But we follow up with the purpose of having them sign up. Now, if they say no to signing up and the opportunity, what do you do next? You take them becoming a customer. See if they'll get the Platinum Club. See if they'll just sign up for the $79.95 and use it like a travel club. And then the next thing you get is referrals. Listen, you may not always get a referral from somebody. If you don't ask, you'll never get them. So the order is follow me, RCR. That's recruit, customer, referral. That everybody leads to something. Okay? Even if they say no, they can lead to someone else through a referral. So the follow-up is important. Number 5 is the getting started interview. The getting started interview is critical. And this is every person you bring into the business. Let me tell you where our number one hole is in the company. The number one hole in the company is that people bring people in the business and they don't talk to them, they don't communicate with them, they don't build a relationship with them. They're just like mud thrown against the wall. They're slammed in for the sun to make a few bucks. That's what happens. And how do we know this? Because we interview people that resign or quit. And we ask, why are you quitting? Well, no one worked with me. No one called me. I don't even know who my sponsor is anymore. I'm just telling you, that's the number one hole. And that's not a company issue. We're doing overlapping leadership. We're gonna start calling people that are coming in new and making sure they started right. But that's overlapping leadership. That's something the field should be doing. But the company is going to overlap and help. But getting a person started is critical. Listen, how a person starts is to teach others to get started. If they were started crappy, that's how they're going to teach others. So the getting started interview is like a sacred time, folks. If the person lives in your area, you do it with them face to face. If they don't, they're long distance, you do it over the phone. But the purpose of the getting started interview is to get them started correctly. And what's correctly mean? Well, you set an objective. You got to get this. Your objective with every new person coming in is within the first 30 days that you help them to recruit a team around them of a minimum of 6 new people. That would make them a regional. With our new mega bonus training feature, if their first 30 days they go regional, they get a $100 bonus, and you get a $100 bonus because you helped them. So we want them to have and by the way, you get a team of 6 people around somebody their first 30 days. That person is excited. That person is on cloud 9. Their business is working. They're making money. They're in profit. They got a team. Nothing excites more than a team in a downline. So when a person comes in, our objective is to get a team built around them. Write that down. When you recruit a person, it isn't over now. Hey, hallelujah, I got them in the business. Well, listen, we should celebrate, but that's the commencement. Now we got to get them going. We got to get them started. We got to get a team built around them. That's the number one objective. I don't know what we're doing, but that's it. You build that relationship. So it's sort of getting started interview. There's a few things I find out from the person. I find out, number one, what their dreams are, what they want this business to bring them. And then I ask them a very serious question. What do you want from me, strong leadership or weak leadership? That's a key question. Now, by the way, I've never had anyone say to me, I want weak leadership. They never say it. So when they say strong leadership, I define what strong leadership is. So I say, well, strong leadership means that we don't leave anything to chance. We don't assume anything. We don't take a chance. And that everything I direct you to do, you're going to follow. Because we have a proven plan of action. We have a proven way of doing things. When you tell me you want strong leadership, I'm going to apply strong leadership to you that you become successful. I'm going to be like a little bit of a drill sergeant, okay? Because I'm serious. Listen, if they follow our proven plan, if they follow these 6 action steps, if they follow our 4 steps, they're going to win. It's impossible to fail if they follow them. So now we're going to get them started. Right away, I'm going to get names from them that we can start calling people. Now I'm going to have them, I'm going to hand them, by the way, a memory jogger so they can get more names out. But until then, I'm going to ask them a simple question. I'm going to say, Christine, if your car broke down at 2 o'clock in the morning out in the boondocks, okay, way out where nobody is, you're driving out there, your car breaks down at 2 in the morning, who are you going to call to come and help you? Now, what I'm going to get from them, I want to get 10 names from them. And so usually they'll say, well, I call my husband Jimmy. What if we couldn't get Jimmy, Christine? Who would we call? They give me another name. And I just keep going down the list. And what we end up getting in those 10 names is the people they have the most influence with, the people they have the most power with, the people they can influence the most to get involved. With our help, we're going to help them influence those people. That's a powerful, quick way to get 10 names that we can talk to those people immediately. And so, I said to them, hey, we're going to play a little game right now. Let's suppose your car breaks down at 2 o'clock in the morning out in the boondocks. They always smile, right? Who would you call to help you? Now, some people would say, well, I'd run an ad. Yeah, right. You're not going to run an ad. We're not interested in the person in the ad right now. You can run all the ads you want. We want to talk to the people you know first, where you've got the influence, so we can get. Listen, when I got involved in network marketing, I brought my family in. I was so excited. I was a believer. And so people say, "Oh, yeah, I can't recruit my brothers," because you don't believe it. You're saying the wrong things. You scared them away, whatever. But I don't want you to say the wrong things. If I'm bringing Christine to business, I'm going to teach her how to talk to people the right way. I'm going to help her do it in the beginning. I'm the leader. She's the follower. I just gave birth to her. I can't expect a newborn baby to do this thing the right way. I'm the leader. I got to get her started. And I'm going to get minimum 6 people. The more people we get around her, if she gets 10 people around her, she's a national executive, she makes more money. And I make more money. Maybe we can get that first 30 days we're going to get it. And by the way, you get that going fast, it's like compression. It explodes. The business explodes. The teams explode. You start compressing that activity, getting more going, more action, more exposure, your business explodes. And don't you want an exploding business? It's much more fun than a dying business, a business going backwards. Oh, Mark, you don't understand. My team was raided. Those devils took my people to another deal. Just do it. Wake up. Shake off the old. Get out of the coma. Go recruit a whole new front line. Let's get this business where it's supposed to be, and we do it by recruiting and building. The 6th step, by the way, now is duplication. Now, what's the duplication? The duplication is these 6 steps. That's what we want to teach somebody to do. Now, there's a lot of things that the person has to learn in this business. There is. And, of course, if they're reading those books I told you about earlier, readers are leaders, by the way, then they're going to, all this stuff is going to fill in as they come to meetings and events, conventions. They're going to learn a lot of stuff that's part of the duplication process, the mindsets, the personal growth and development. That's all going to come. But the basic things a person has to duplicate are these steps over and over again. And they got to develop a DMO. You see the DMO down there? A daily method of operation of running these 6 steps over and over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the business. Take it to the next page for me, please, Ryman. Now look at this. This is important. The rapid, relentless repetition of these 6 actions will lead to the building of a giant network organization. The rapid, relentless repetition of these 6 actions will lead to the building of a giant network organization. Those first 3 R's, rapid, not slow, okay, not crawling, a speed of crawling. It's rapid. Relentless. What's relentless? Relentless is unending. You don't stop. It's like a dog with a bone. You can't get it from. You're relentless in this. You're obsessed. Repetitions. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And when you get tired of it, you get up and you do it again and again. But it's the rapid, relentless repetition of these actions that lead to the building of a giant network organization. Those 6 steps, well, actually, are actions. I don't want to confuse you with the 4 steps. These are the 6 actions of recruiting and building. Now, there's 3 areas of personal daily focus that we have to have going with us, working in us, part of us, so we will apply these 6 steps. Otherwise, we get off track. If what you're doing every day is not related to those 6 steps, you are off track. Diamonds, you are off track. Listen, I'm not opposed to you being successful and enjoying your success, but I'm going to tell you something. We haven't arrived. The company hasn't arrived. You haven't arrived. We've got one presidential diamond in the whole company. Give me a break. We haven't arrived. No, we don't have a 4-star yet. We got a long way to go. Now is not the time to be coasting. Now is not the time to be sleeping. Now is not the time to be in some kind of coma of success. We got to be doing the business every single day, driving it relentlessly, rapidly, repetitiously. There's 3 areas of personal daily priority. The first is focus. I talked about developing, and practicing focus, just the discipline of focus. But listen, focus is how, when you wake up every day, you've got to get your focus on. You've got to get your head in the game. You've got to eat, sleep, and drink these 6 actions. I'm telling you, that's how you win big here. You get this going and get this duplicated, get leaders doing it, you will build an unbelievable super team. By the way, a super team is a team that recruits at the speed of 1,000 reps a month. Okay, that's when you got a super team going, 1,000 reps a month. That's a super team. And this is how you get to a super team, getting this going. And by the way, it begins with you. It doesn't begin with your upline. It doesn't begin with your downline. It begins with you. The momentum in your business begins with you. So there's 3 areas of personal daily priority. It's focus. We wake up and we get focused. We got to get our heads in the game. Second is motivation. Now, motivation, there's 2 kinds of motivation. I want you to get this. Motivation is you, okay, being engaged and inspired to do this business, okay? But there's another part of motivation. Motivation really means moving people. That's what motivation is, moving people. That's what motivation is, it's moving people. Now, you got to move yourself, okay? Number 1, who motivates the motivator? Well, you do. All right, if you're the motivator, you got to motivate yourself. That's the way it is. Now we have the luxury of having, people that we work with, that in our teams and all that will motivate us and inspire us and sharpen us. Right? Iron sharpens iron, as the Bible says. Well, you got to motivate you, but motivation is moving people. So this is a daily priority. We got to be focused. We got to be motivated. Motivated on these 6 actions. And also motivated in moving people to engage in these 6 actions on a daily basis. And the third personal daily priority is execution. There's a great book out there. It's called Execution, the Discipline of Making Things Happen. Execution, the discipline of making things happen. And that's what execution is. It's a discipline. Some people don't execute. Execution is taking action. Execution is pulling the trigger. Execution is putting your foot on the gas pedal, accelerating. That's execution. It's getting it done. It's doing it. We can talk about doing it, but until we pick that phone up and start talking to people, that's where the rubber hits the road. That's where our business begins. The rapid, relentless repetition of these 6 action steps will lead to the building of a giant network organization. Focus, motivation, execution, those things constantly run in those 6 powerful action steps. Listen, I hope this makes sense to you tonight, and I hope it's more than just words on a screen, but that you will take these 6 action steps and begin to duplicate them. You start doing them. Then start teaching your team to do them, and start teaching your team to teach their teams to do it. Let's get these 6 actions running to the Paycation lines, making this part of our very culture. If we do that, we will dominate, absolutely dominate in the marketplace. Nobody will compare. Nobody will touch us. It's time to rise up and take what belongs to us. All right, it's time to go get our freedom. Every one of you listening to my voice tonight, you have an opportunity in your hands in Paycation that's a life-changing opportunity, if you want it to be. If you want to. And I believe you do. You're on this call tonight, and it's almost 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. You're on this call tonight because you want that. Listen, these 6 actions are how you get it. This is the how-to. So this is how we get it done. Listen, I thank you for letting me share tonight. I'm going to turn this call back over to Ryman. Ron, you can put a bow on this any way you'd like, or Jojo, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Wow, what a great training you have. Thank you so much, Mr. Mark Campese. We appreciate you for allowing us to listen to your thoughts. I know there's years and years of experience, guys. We all know it's 25 years or more experience. Try to compress it about half an hour, and I do hope that everyone got a lot of this. I got a lot of Mark Campese said, and never get tired of listening to this man. Really wanted to help. Really wanted to see people succeed. Like he said, the plan has been laid out. It's all for us. One business model. Let's get it. And by the way, what we're doing here is really for, as we all know, serious players. I see a lot of leaders here, multiple nationals, IEs, and even if you just got started in the business, if you're here, consider yourself as an upcoming leader in this company. We got multiple diamonds. My takeaway here is pretty much for all the things that Mr. Mark Campese said, we get it, we got it, but to me it's about the dream that he tells about. One of the commercials I've says, if there's a dream to chase it. I love the process, embrace it, and own it. I'm going to try to hear some words from the person who invited Mr. Mark Campese. Really appreciate him. So focused and so determined to help a lot of people as well. My diamond bro, Raymond Reyes. Go ahead, Mr. Raymond.
Thank you so much, Diamond Jojo. I really do appreciate you, and of course, really I'm thankful with all those nuggets that our President Mark Campese has laid out to the entire team, and we look forward for realization, and of course, staying focused and keeping the momentum going. Especially congratulations to the newly promoted leaders, to each and every one of you. We are so proud of you. And of course, Diamond Jojo, you are really rocking it in Ghana, Africa. We have a lot of multiple NEs and multiple REs, and of course executives, and also in Texas and Southern California. You guys also in Southern California are really, I admire you for staying tough, especially the leadership that you are by heart, 100% vacation. I'm silently really praying for you guys to stay tough. And as we all know, for as long as we stick together and lock our arms together, we can move forward as a team. And of course, with the leadership of the diamonds in our team, and of course, all our leaders, we move as a family. We love each other as a family, and we can conquer everything for as long as we stay focused and love each other as families. So in behalf of the leadership and in behalf of our fellow diamonds and in the Global Diamond Avengers, or the Global Diamond Alliance team, we do appreciate you, and we wish you a very pleasant evening, everyone. And of course, to our partners in Asia, we wish you to have a very, very wonderful morning, especially in our kababayans in the Philippines. So this call actually is now officially over. Thank you so much, and God bless everyone.